Alright, we are fucking back. What the hell is that?
I have no
It
idea.
banged like the end of fucking Infinity Wars when Tony Stark died.
Right. Welcome back.
What the hell?
Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Asshole.
Oops! Spoiler alert! Alright, so, me and Jared and I alluded to this earlier. I've been talking about this all day. I try to keep it as vague as possible because this is some actual big news in the UFO community, and it makes a lot of the people who you think are conspiracy theorists or, you know, Mr. Tin Hat people, now you might want to go apologize to them.
Probably not.
There is an Israeli general science. He's a scientist. He's a teacher. He got all kind of academic awards and security awards. And I mean, for being over in the litter box,
you know, for lack of better terminology, for the last 30 years, he was their general in command of their space force. Yeah. Over the last over 30 years.
Yeah. So I mean, and he even says, like, they asked him in his interviews, why is he coming out with it now? And he says, because he has nothing to lose now. Everybody knows my clients, you know, my reputation. Everybody can look at my awards.
I already have my awards, my you know, recognition.
So tell me I'm nuts. Tell me I'm wrong, motherfucker.
Like I'm one of the most renowned experts in this field. Tell me I'm nuts.
Yeah, tell me I'm full of shit. But apparently, according to this, well, I'm gonna read you one of the articles. I just read one from the Israeli news, and it was kind of a very small article. So I'm gonna go with NBC. Even though I don't like them motherfuckers at all.
Yahoo News had a decent one, too. I mean, I've been all over this afternoon since you said
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says, and this is by Adela Suleiman and Paul Goldman. So if you want to look up these two from NBC. A former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward by saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet. The man's name is Hayam Ashed. I'm sure I fucked that up. A former head of Israel's Defense Ministry's Space Directorate. So their Space Force. Told Israelis Yidat Anhanat newspaper, whatever the fuck that is. The interview in Hebrew ran Friday and gained traction after parts were published in English by the Jerusalem Post on Tuesday. A respected professor and retired general, Ashed, said the aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the fabric of the universe. So, I mean, so are we, so that's not very hard to fucking, you know, believe. Ashed said cooperation agreements have been signed between species, including an underground base in the depths of Mars, where there are American astronauts and alien representatives. And that goes back to what Corey Good says. There's an agreement between the U.S. and the aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here, he said. And that goes back to the Gray Otter Treaty that I talked about with, I think it was Harry Truman and Eisenhower, where they met with the fucking aliens after the whole Dolce War. So this is, you know, all these different conspiracies and all these fucking different, you know, shit that people say that, you know, oh, we're fucking nuts. Huh. Sounded kind of true there. You know, where's that little sprinkle me fucking meme at?
Sprinkle me, man.
Alright, so it said Ashed added that President Donald Trump was aware of the extraterrestrials' existence and had been on the verge of revealing information, but was asked not to in order to prevent mass hysteria. Oh, so just like, you know, blame it for that one too, just like the whole COVID thing, you know, those stuff, the mass hysteria, yeah. All right, they have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are, Ashed said. All right, that makes more sense than the last article I read. All right, referring to the Galactic Federation. The White House and Israeli officials did not immediately respond to the NBC News request for comment. Sue Gao, a spokesperson for the Pentagon, declined to comment. No shit! What are they supposed to say? They just spilled the beans. The beans is on the floor. They ain't cooked, they raw. The beans is on the floor. Just give it up now.
Well, damn.
A spokesperson for NASA, motherfucker. A spokesperson for NASA said one of the agency's key goals was the search for life in the universe, but that it had yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life. Yeah, that's why you cocksuckers just tore down SETI. Yeah, it was mighty funny. They just tore down SETI, and now the Israeli man said, "Look, bitches, there's aliens." You know, Putin knew about that shit. That's why he's bombing Syria. Nobody wants to listen to that shit neither. All right, so although we have yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life, NASA is exploring the solar system and beyond to help us answer fundamental questions, including whether we are alone in the universe, the spokesperson said in the statement. Or why it's supposed to be cold as fucking space when it's closer to the sun than we are. Or why is it so dark in space when the sun is fucking lighting the earth? Yeah. Just think about that. We're spinning millions of miles in space, but one of them little space rocks hit a spacesuit and you don't just die from that fucking bullet that just went through you? Ashed said ideas are spelled out in more detail in The Universe Beyond the Horizon, Conversations with Professor Hayam Ashed by Hagar Yani, published in November. Ashed, who oversaw the launch of numerous Israeli satellites into space, said he was only speaking out now because attitudes were changing and people seemed more receptive. If I had come up with what I'm saying today 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized, he told Yadot. Today, they are already talking differently. I have nothing to lose. I've received my degrees and awards. I am respected in the universities abroad. So pretty much, he don't give a fuck. You know, check his cred. In May, Trump said space is going to be the future, both in terms of defense and offense. We're now the leader on space, as he was presented with the official flag of the newly created military space branch. Its focus, along with a space command, is on space as a military domain for the U.S., preserving satellites and communications, and a focus on geopolitics in a new terrain. Ashed's comments immediately spawned jokes and theories online. At least a half a dozen accounts have been created on Twitter claiming representatives of the Galactic Federation. Other users have asked for preferential treatments and meetings with otherworldly groups. Nick Pope, who used to investigate UFOs for the British Ministry of Defense, described Ashed's remarks as extraordinary. Either this is some sort of practical joke or publicity stunt to help sell books, perhaps with something having been lost in translation, or someone in the know is breaking ranks. Which I believe that's what it is. People are tired of hiding this shit. They're getting older. This dude's 87 years old. Even if you didn't want to, go ahead, kill me. I'm 87. I'm the man now. Go ahead. I'll be a martyr. Pope said the UFO and conspiracy theory community was excited, but that questions remained, including whether or not Ashed was speaking from direct personal knowledge and experience, or whether he is repeating something he has been told. He was the general! General! And he was the one who, he says. People say, repeat him, not the other way around. He's a fucking general. So, the only thing that I really know I mean, to put it in, I guess, the most basic terms, it's really is weird because the Simpsons made them. If you remember the show Futurama,
yeah, that's one of my favorite shows.
Pretty much the Galactic Federation is dupe.
Yeah.
That's where Zach Brannigan, he was running the show. He was like the head, military dickhead. But it's kind of odd. Once again, the people who made The Simpsons pretty much predicted all this shit.
You see we've seen what they've done with the show The Simpsons itself.
Yeah.
And
so
what
now
they
if you
predicted
start
there.
looking in Futurama shits now, first of all, nobody ever really took a time out to notice the symbolism in Futurama. Like, there's a lot of people who never even realize it. Like the reptilian pope.
Right.
Nobody fucking realized the reptilian pope. The dupe, the Galactic Federation right there. That's the Space Forces. The different. I'm waiting for somebody to start eating the little fucking, what were them things called that were actually the Omicron's babies? Remember that?
Yeah.
They couldn't help eating them. Don't eat these with barbecue sauce. Don't eat them with honey mustard.
The heads.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. The cryogenic heads.
All the cryogenic heads.
Now that shit is real. Actually, in its base, that's how it started here. The Russians still just do the heads. Americans now can cryogenically freeze the whole body, and for an extra $5,000, they'll do your dog too. I looked into it. They're cryogenically frozen. Like, they got like a little museum inside. It looks like somebody's house.
Dude, is it like Demolition Man? Can you get reprogrammed while you're in that shit?
I believe you can.
That'd be some badass shit.
Because, you could do that. Wouldn't even have to be like digitally. You could actually just put a sound or whatever. You listen to Donde Está El Biblioteca for fucking 40 years. That shit's gonna sink in. Where's the library?
Dude, seriously, I'm gonna be like, straight up, while I'm in there, when I emerge, when you finally find whatever to fix the whatever, so I can.
You're gonna be a goat herder.
Motherfucker! When I wake up, man, I want to be like, because who knows how long.
We all know what we want to be.
I want to be Elvis motherfucking Presley.
I don't think Elvis is going to be happy with that. The king is going to come back to life.
I want to be something that
be
influential.
No dick.
I want to come out of that fucking freezer, something that iconic.
You're going to be Liberace.
What else?
Same rhinestones, you're just taking it in the ass.
You know who he is, right? Fuck it.
$20. What is $20?
I just started watching House of Cards on Netflix.
Who watches House? I like House of Cards, man.
No, dude, it's like a. It's gay. It's an inside Washington.
I know. I didn't like it. It was gay to me.
So far, I'm digging it. One of the most true things that Kevin Spacey's character said in the few episodes I've watched so far is he said, "People confuse money for power.
Yeah, big difference.
Money buys you the McMansion in wherever that in 10 years is crumbling apart, but power buys you legacies. Power buys you," and I was like, God damn.
Yep.
But then that reminded me of something Bane said too. When the guy was like, "We've paid you like whatever amount," and he's like, "You think that gives you power over us?" And it's like, it's true. And today's society really is bad for that, equating
money and power. Big difference.
I mean, the two do go hand in hand, but there is a difference, and at a certain point, which do you pick? I'd rather pick.
You can get money through power, but it's very rarely that you get power through money.
Correct. That's exactly right.
So, what do you think about this galactic federation here?
Well,
because this just validates like years and years of our shows.
Honestly, before I would like notarize it, I do want to see more proof.
Yeah.
Okay. But just as a reasonable person, as a critical thinker, as a, intelligent human being. First of all, before any of this, to truly think that we are, to know that we are just one solar system, and a pretty fucking small one. You know what I mean? In the whole expanse of everything, to truly think that we are it is so motherfucking egotistical.
Oh, dude, I try to tell guys that on the other show. I'm like, how arrogant can you fucking be?
How arrogant can you be? And how arrogant can you be to think that we truly... Look at how fucked up we are!
You have the nerve to believe in some kind of God? I mean, really? You got the nerve to believe in some kind of God, but God made this, so it was like, fuck it, well, I ain't making no more. These cats fuck this shit up now. No, we ain't gonna do it no more. Come on! Buddha, Allah, Jesus, whoever the fuck. If you believe in that, and you believe in the omnipotence and the power and the fucking he created this or that, he didn't just do it once. There's more than one video game. There's more than one breed of dog.
Wait a second though. Even as someone who has chosen that faith and chosen to believe that, even if you believe that's the truth, if you are a reasonable person and not
the flat earthers
brainwashed or stupid or in some cult, to categorically deny that there's even a fucking minute possibility is ignorant at best.
Yeah. It's just like everything else, think about it, really. Like I said earlier, with the sun brightens the earth. As the earth changes, that's why we have daylight and darkness and nighttime. But the sun is further away from us than anything else, or not further away from us, than closer than, a lot of these other planets and shit. But them planets are closer in the whole space thing, so why do we get warm? And they don't. Why is it dark
no, some
in
of
space?
Some of them get too warm.
But I'm saying, like, according to science that we're taught, space is completely black, dark, and it's cold. But it's so cold.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, no atmosphere. Atmosphere.
But still, I don't care how much atmosphere you have. If you're that close to a fire, you're going to get hot. It's just like you said, there are some planets that the closer you get to the sun, the hotter it gets. But, I mean, we're still close there, and so is the moon, and the moon's supposed to be freezing, and supposed to be completely black. But
it's not completely black.
The dark side.
Well, that's because that's the side that's opposite. It's just like when it's nighttime on the other side of the fucking earth,
okay, that's
man.
like this is spinning, right?
This is spinning and this is spinning,
but this ain't spinning. Everything is spinning, but this ain't spinning. No, I think if there's brightness over here, there's brightness up there. I think we're being lied to about that too. And even astronauts have said that it's not dark in space.
I don't believe it's always totally dark. I don't believe that. I believe you're going to go into areas where it is because of planets and,
Right. But I mean, but the basic, the basic space science that we've always been taught is that space is a vacuum, space is completely dark and void of any light, and it's fucking freezing. That if your skin touched the fucking atmosphere, you're frozen or whatever. Well, I can't buy any of that. Maybe the cold in certain parts of space, like you said, because
if
everything else gotta move.
If it's dark and there's no atmosphere to trap any heat, it's gonna be void of any heat at all.
I don't buy that because the sun has to burn on something. There's oxygen makes an atmosphere. Not only oxygen, but oxygen makes an atmosphere.
Okay, let's do a science experiment. Let's do a science experiment. And I was going to use basement and first floor, but that doesn't even make a good one because of this being underground. But take somewhere where you can have take two side by side warehouses, same conditions, same ambient temperature outside, same everything. Okay. No kind of heat or air conditioning or ventilation or anything. No fans, no nothing. Completely empty. Have one with all its lights on, and the next door one with all its lights off. They start at the same temperature, and check the
lights
temperature.
on is going to be warmer.
Thank you.
But the light's supposed to always be on in space.
No,
but
they just even said there's going to be certain pockets where there's not.
Well, I feel
and I
that
said
way.
in those pockets where it's dark.
Right, I feel
it's
that
gonna
way. What I'm saying is we're being taught that it's not that way.
I've never been taught that it's completely dark in space. I was never taught that.
Yeah,
now I do know that most
Yeah,
movies.
see,
I do believe most movies show that, and that's a visual thing that Hollywood has produced.
Science class.
But I was never taught
Listen to the
that.
youngin. The youngin was even taught that.
Okay,
shit.
but I wasn't. So like I
Well,
can't.
that's what I'm just saying. That's where I'm coming from.
I didn't
think
grow up
that's-
with that misinformation.
You know, just like, we were misinformed about that, we're being misinformed about ever being on Mars or ever being on the moon or all that shit. Now, and it's coming into play now.
In researching all of this, I did stumble across a pretty cool article about them because of these possibilities, them combing back through data back from I believe it was the 70s. The Venus exploration and the gases they picked up in the clouds of Venus, and how when they ran it back then, they definitely would have missed the info, not out of
just lack of technology.
Not only lack of technology, the readings were there, but it was because scientists at the time already had a preconceived notion that there's no possible way there could have been life on that planet. So they just ignored some readings. They didn't take any new readings. They didn't even re-examine anything. They just literally looked at the old data with fresh eyes. And the amount of phosphorus that's been found. There has to have been some sort of organic life.
Oh, yeah. In the clouds, they're saying.
Yeah.
Like there was some kind of something living up
We've
there.
had the data since way back, but they just nobody paid because they weren't looking for that. They were looking for something else, so they only
You
really
gotta keep an
looked at.
open mind, and that's what it fucks a lot.
Well, they just didn't
of
go any
fucking-
further than what they. Even though they collected extra data, they didn't even really factor into anything because they were only looking at what they were. They had a preconceived mission already, and they stayed within those parameters. And now that they've looked at the ancillary data, and it's like, okay, and they're not saying humanoid. They're not saying, an organ. There's a living organism.
Yeah, it could be a bacteria. It could
Exactly, but that still proves
Yeah,
that
that's still life.
Right. So that means that somewhere in this entire fucking galaxy and beyond, but there has to be life somewhere else. And if there's even those most basic forms of life somewhere, then that means there has to open the possibility of greater life somewhere else. So, like I said, I'm definitely not buying right now. Just, yep.
Nope, but I'm putting a down payment on it.
I'll put a hold. But even the whole Mars base, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I need some more evidence before I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where's my ticket?
But could it be
imagine
possible?
Now we got a place to ship off the bad kids.
Could it be possible? They're going to Oregon.
They're going to Oregon.
I will not be participating.
But
I'm not that stupid.
later, please.
Hell no.
but I am saying I'm open. This makes me even more open-minded enough to allow you to produce more evidence for me. You know what I mean?
See, I got a couple issues with this right here. And I'm a believer, but I'm a fucking skeptic too.
Which one are we talking about?
Well, the Israeli thing and the whole space thing, period. First of all, with the whole Israeli thing, there's something at the end of that, his whole interview that really kind of bothered me. Now, he said that according to the Galactic Space Federation, humanity is not a God thing or whatever, but there was angels. All right, they might have been a being,
but at the end of the day, it's all the same thing.
Understand true whatever, and they would die. In Dogma, they exploded.
It's like the Matrix. We tried to make it a utopia. You fuckers kept fucking killing yourselves.
Yeah, you dumbass.
So we had to make it fucking gritty.
What do you mean I didn't give you a sign, fucker? There were signs everywhere! Alright, well, here's something else that kind of, like I noticed, it's probably, it ties into it. I don't know, when you were growing up, learning about, the solar system or whatever, and they showed you our galaxy. I forget, there was branches of our, like, we were on a leg of the galaxy. The galaxy almost kind of looked like an octopus, if you will, or a star type shape.
Yeah.
All right. And each one of them legs there's a name for them. I don't remember what they were.
I don't remember the names either, but...
Now, do you remember where we were in that whole clusterfuck?
Not exactly.
As we were growing up, we were on one of the outer legs of it. We were on one of the outer legs of the Milky Way galaxy. I'd say about 10 years ago, all of a sudden, and that's when I started looking into a Mandela effect, and they said they try to attribute it to Mandela effect, a lot of conspiracy theorists and stuff. We are closer now. Not only are we closer to the center, but we are also on a different leg of this whole fucking galaxy.
Could that possibly mean that we've gotten better information?
No.
Are you sure?
No,
because that happens all the time.
This is the problem here. Supposedly space is a
As
vacuum.
we learn more?
Listen. Supposedly space is a vacuum, so everything's spreading out. So if anything, we should be further away from the center. But according to the conspiracy theorists and the Mandela effect people, now we're closer to the center. Now, due to new technology and new data and new, resources, the reason why we're closer to the center, at least, in my logic, there's a big fucking black hole in the center of our galaxy. And that is sucking us that way. So no matter what fucking directions the space is, apparently the gravitational pull in the black hole that's at the center of our fucking, shit, is sucking us the fuck in. Now that could, in certain physicist circles and shit, that could cause an interdimensional breach, wormhole type, the whole folding of the fucking time-space shit.
All I'm
and
saying is before everything goes
to
shit, I want to see a Klingon bird of prey up close. I'm just saying.
I want to fuck some weird shit before I go.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
Whether it be a demon, an alien, or something, before I go, it's not going to be human or of this earth.
I'm good. I'm good on that. I
Oh, if you found you a hot fucking spotted fucking, the only thing that was different was like she had a gerbil's head or something. I see Jared pounding the fuck out of it.
I don't.
I see Joyce putting a ball gag in its mouth.
That maybe.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
Depends on how much Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad, dude. The kiddo said it.
You'll have that.
You'll see Mom's real lightsaber if we go to that route. Plug it in.
I've been watching.
Oh.
Me and the boys been watching The
We
Mandalorian,
started talking about that.
and
I'm like, I don't get patient. Can't.
He's talking about you finding your mom's industrial dildos and shit. The industrial ones, not just the play toys left out for you to see, so you didn't see the real shit.
no, he thought one was a leaf blower. It was like 2-stroke.
Hey, look, Mom got a Mexican jetpack. I can see Chubby riding it around the fucking bedroom. Look.
What?
He plugged this thing in, and next thing you know, the Sibian started going fucking crazy.
They got a road. They got one of them fucking horses from in front of the Kmart. Get on. It fits funny. The seat's weird.
This is the weirdest saddle I've ever seen.
Grab the camera.
Bro's already on the horse. What are you talking about?
Brotto, turn it up. Brotto, turn it up.
So you got a turbo button. Set it to bucking.
Kiddo's look how red he's getting. How cute he's blushing.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Go show. I'm fine. Dude, you done already revealed a bunch of like it's understandable now. You should have told the shit about seeing what your mom had, and then the story about you in the lingerie, because it makes more sense now. Okay, you saw mom with some fucking butt plug issues, and somebody squirted some shit across the room, and okay, I wanted to try some fucking lingerie on. That happens, you know, that's psychological damaging. The other way around was you came out the closet in front of your mom, and you found out your mom was a freak too.
It was $20. I swear, I didn't really care. As soon as they said $20,
That just means you're a whore. You lucked out. You didn't get a finger in your butt that day.
Didn't get a finger in your butt that day.
That's never happened to me, but that's happened to you.
Once, and it wasn't even the whole finger.
No, it was just a claw.
Yeah, you get a fucking
Razor claw.
You take a claw to the asshole, and that's it. Oh, that's worse than fucking like that cheap dollar toilet paper.
It was a reptilian in costume.
What?
You ain't never had that rough like you wiped your ass with a piece of notebook paper?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That felt a lot. That was fuck. That was some fighting shit right there. She might as well. She's gonna call me and spit to my face.
The school's toilet paper sucks ass, bro. You cannot shit in the school, bro. I swear to God. That shit is dry as fuck. Not even dry as fuck. It's just like hard as fuck.
If your toilet paper is wet,
it's weird as fuck.
You wiping your ass with baby wipes or something? Or you got that white privilege, you gotta sit on a bidet? That ain't a bidet, you're sitting on the urinal, asshole.
Gregory.
What, Greg?
Number one, you said wet toilet paper?
I wasn't thinking.
You said dry toilet paper.
No, man, you just gotta you poop first.
Not the urinal!
And then you aim.
It's like those
and
brown
you
paper
pee it
towels
off your
that are
bum.
folded up that don't really dry anything, but they don't really, they just scratch.
That tingly feeling from that little fucking pink disc there, that's the urinal cake. You ain't supposed to rub that on that.
It's not a
Urinal
fart
cake.
net.
That's the deodorant thing that they do on there.
Oh.
Shit.
Where his face rolled out like cherries.
Right, some awful urine.
Some awful
Yeah.
No, it just mixes with it. You get this fucked up tropical breeze piss smell.
Alright, so look, we got 10 minutes left.
No,
I'm gonna end this story on this. I'm gonna end
You know what
this
it's
with this
actually,
story.
you know what most of the truck stops smell like? Remember that blue shit the barber puts his combs in?
No, we was poor. My mama cut our hair.
You've been to a barber scene.
What the fuck
You
is
know
a
what I'm
barber?
talking about. Or you've even seen it in the movies. So shut
I've
the
seen
fuck
it!
up.
Look like Windex.
Coming
Right.
to America.
It smells like that shit.
Look like Windex.
It's ammonia.
Alright, so here's something I did that should have made me feel like shit, but it felt fucking awesome yesterday.
Oh, Lord.
I gave a woman with dementia nightmares for the rest of her life. Which probably ain't gonna be long, but
How? She'll forget in like 30
no,
minutes.
she ain't forgetting this. This is gonna be one of them things that's programmed in her head.
You underestimate the power of
It's
dementia.
gonna be 1940s in her brain, and this big blue scary fucking hippo is gonna pop out of nowhere. Dude, I drove to Cleveland in a blue hippo outfit, and then we like the whole meeting place got mixed up, and I got pissed off, so I drove to Ryan's house. Well, Ryan's taking care of his mom with dementia. And Ryan was in the shitter and didn't know mom was pretty much running the house. So I banged on the door and banged on the door with this real mean look, and I noticed, and now I knew it, so I did this on purpose. But like when his mama came to the door, I put my head down with the hippo. Right here. Could I ask who's friend Mark? Do you want me to yell through the bathroom door? He's dude, I just know it. She's probably sitting right now like the hippos outside. The hippos outside.
No, she don't remember that shit. I promise you.
I promise you.
I promise you she don't remember that.
Dude, it's gonna be one of them things, man. She'll totally blank out of everything else, and then all of a sudden,
you remember when your hippo came over? Everybody's gonna think she's crazy.
Yep. That's what it's gonna be. Everybody's gonna think she's probably
It
lucid
was a
as
hippo
fuck.
that knocked on my door.
It was a
Okay,
gangster
Grandma,
hippo.
sit
Had
down.
a cigarette in his fucking mouth.
All right, Grandma.
He looked like he was from. He wanted my check. He said.
I didn't know that hippos came from Cuba.
They do have Cuban hippos.
I seen them.
Consuela.
I seen them.
Oh, shit.
Griselda. Consuela.
Hey man, all in Miami don't look like the movies. I've seen them.
I seen them. They ain't all pretty.
Ooh.
Some of them look wrinkly like they was in that water too long.
You know the difference between corn and maize?
Look at their teeth.
Oh, God.
They're teethers. Why do you think they call it Indian corn? You ever see a chicken with a mouthful of Indian corn?
We need to bring back that. We need to have his sayings and bring back that meme of that little black kid. That's racist. Every time he says something like that.
Right.
That's racist.
Why do you think they call it Indian corn?
I didn't drink too many coffee.
I was gonna say why? Because
I might have to drop a deuce here.
Why? Because it gets drunk and beats its wife.
What, the Indian corn?
Yeah.
No, look at their mouth. It looks like a mouth of a meth head.
That's not pretty.
That's not pretty.
Mouthful of Indian corn.
Fix your grill.
Exactly, youngin.
Yeah.
Before
you
anything
buy
else.
tits, buy teeth.
Yep. Yeah.
That needs to be a hashtag.
You can drive your bucket for another year. Get your teeth fixed.
Hashtag tits before teeth. I mean teeth
before tits.
Wow, that just went almost the wrong fucking way.
Woo! All right, man. We're gonna end up right there, man, because I gotta take a shit.
Oh, good lord.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I drank like 12 core powers. These things make you fat. They don't have my regular muscle milks. Terrible. So, that being said, man, happy holidays, everybody. Thanks to all the new listeners, followers, the Eargasm guys. Check out fucking Big Snizz's Instagram shits. And
Shits.
everybody on our
Multiples.
fucking Upside Down Studios
Multiples.
shit.
Check them all out. We got What the Fuck Wednesday, Metal Monday, Upside Down Studio O.
Oh. Yo. That's it.
The Real Jared Rogers, and you can just look it up by Big Sizz, or it'll be Hanging in the Basement is the new one coming out, and then we'll have a. Are we gonna make it about the eating challenge or the full album Friday? How do you want to do the one for Friday?
I don't know. We got to run that
Yeah, that's
by Numbnuts once he gets back from vacation and
that
shit.
was a warm
So
part.
we'll be launching another one here shortly. Stay
Right.
tuned. We'll let you know.
All right, and we out. Y'all be safe.
Check out
Good night,
Upside
y'all.
Down Studios on Facebook,
Instagram,
Everywhere.
Twitter, Twitter,
Yeah.
whatever.
YouTube,
All that shit.
Spreaker.
All that shit. Good night, y'all.
Good night.